Hi everyone! Lua here with the second video in our series on publishing in Confluence. Last time we talked about HR documentation, and this time we'll dive into a quality management use case. Dealing with QMS and compliance means that the requirements on the content are more stringent, and these will differ depending on industry and compliance regulations. But in terms of publishing or distribution of documents, nearly every compliance standard has some considerations in common. Access control, the ability to set viewing and editing restrictions on documents. Distribution, the ability to make documents available to everyone in your organization. Approvals and reviews, you'll need to approve the documents with an electronic signature before you distribute them. And finally, you'll want a report or record of your document changes for audit purposes. Confluence is great for working collaboratively on documents, but lacks some of these fine controls your QMS system needs. That's where add-ons like Comala Publishing and Comala Document Management come in. So let's take a look at how we can meet some of these requirements in Confluence. Today, we'll be using Confluence Cloud, but you can build the same setup in Data Center or Server. To manage my control in distribution of documents, I've created two spaces. QMS Draft is for document creation and editing. This is my controlled environment. And this QMS Publish space will contain the finalized documents for my team members to read. Using space permissions, I place restrictions on my Publish space, so all my users can view, but only select users can edit it. For my draft space, I've set it up so that only those same select users have view and edit permissions, while for everybody else the space is restricted. To connect these two spaces together, I'm using Comala Publishing Cloud, an app that lets you easily publish content from one space to another. You can see that I've turned on publishing and selected QMS Published as my target space. For adding approvals, I'm using Comala Document Management, which allows you to build approval workflows in Confluence. Comala Document Management also gives me access to electronic signatures, which is a requirement for many compliance standards. On this page, I've added the QMS workflow, which comes built into Comala Document Management. As you can see, the document starts in a state or phase of the workflow called Draft. When I'm satisfied with the page, I can approve it with an electronic signature using my email and a two-factor authentication token. For this example, I'm using Authy, but you can use other options like 1Password or in Weibo. Now that I've approved the draft, the page has moved to the in-approval state. For this state, I need an approval from two users, so this might be your QMS expert and your CEO, for example. So I'll just enter in my token here. And once I approve, you'll notice that I have approved, but we still need an approval from one other person. For the purposes of this demo, in this window, I've logged in as a different account. And now, if I refresh the page, we can see the workflow, and I can enter in my email and token. Now the page has entered the published state, and it's automatically copied to our published space thanks to Comala Publishing. We can see the status here now says synced, and if we click here we can view the version in our published space. This is just one example of a workflow, but you can create your own custom workflow to suit your needs. When I need to update my page, I can work on it in the draft space, while my teammates still view the latest published version. And you'll see that once I make an edit to the page, the workflow will return to the draft state where it can go through another round of approvals. We can also see that the published status is out of sync. Once it's approved, the page will be updated in the published space once again. Finally, you'll need some reporting tools to track all these page changes. Confluence has automatic versioning, so you can view and restore previous versions of a page, and with Comala Document Management, you can also see reports of the workflow activity, including your signatures. Many companies in compliance environments have built QMS setups with Comala Publishing and Comala Document Management. These can be very complex, so if you have specific questions, please get in touch. Thanks for watching and have a great day.